Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to go through all of the stuff that I picked up on my recent Disney trip. We're going to start with the free stuff because that's the best. I was able to get the Minnie Mouse and the Remy magnets this year for, everything's falling off my table, for Food and Wine Festival. We arrived during the Remy portion, but it was not long after the mini portion, so they had both and they gave us both, so that was wonderful. Okay, sorry, I gotta pick up all the stuff that just fell. And then since we were able to go into Epcot for 4 separate days, we were able to get the Minnie Mouse coaster set. This is offered to pass holders who attend Food and Wine Festival on 4 separate occasions, 4 separate days. So you can't like go in and go out and go in and go out on 4 separate times on the same day. It has to be different days. We had 5 days. Because we went that first night in Epcot, we were able to just go 3 more days to get it. So here are the coasters. It's kind of like cheap, lightweight wood, which is fine. I mean, it's a free item. And the mini portion is just really shallowly laser engraved. I used to laser engrave sometimes for some wedding products, but so I know like I could make these, but it's kind of cool to get it from Disney. So there's those 2 things from the Food and Wine Festival. And of course the coasters match the mini magnet, which is cute. Okay, so the next thing I'll show you, well, I guess I should show you my ears. This is actually the first pair of Disney ears that I've bought. They're Haunted Mansion themed. They have the busts from the graveyard scene and then like lots of details on the actual ear part on the cloth there. It says Haunted Mansion on the back and has a skull. So this is the first pair of actual Disney ears I've ever owned. They're pretty comfortable. I didn't wear them for a really long time after I bought them. So right now is the first time I've worn them for more than like, well, actually, I guess I've only been wearing them for like 10 minutes, but they're a little tight. I'm assuming after I wear them for a while, they'll loosen up and they won't hurt the back of my ears. But anyway, so I love these. I really bought them to wear with my 2 Haunted Mansion shirts that I have, which I'm not wearing today. I'm just wearing my mint green This Way to the Magic. But anyway, also from the Haunted Mansion store what is it called? Memento Mori. I got the 4th volume of Tales from the Haunted Mansion. I have the other 3 and I was very excited to get this. I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but it was in the last few months, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I try to keep my eye out for them. It's not like they sell out or anything, but they often are not at the parks. So I think the 3rd one I had to buy on Amazon. It smells so good. So yeah, I was excited to get this. And the back of it says, where's the price? $14.99. So I'm assuming that's how much it was. The ears right before our trip went from $27.99 to $29.99. So I paid $30 for the ears. Just missed it by like a few days. But I do have an annual pass, so I get the discount, which is great. One of the other things that I purchased was a pin lanyard. And prior to this lanyard, I only had 1 lanyard, and it was the Oswald one. Okay, so this is dogs on one side and cats on the other. So unfortunately, while I was riding the Skyliner, I took my lanyard off to take a picture and must have left it on the Skyliner. And I filed a report to see if I could get it back, but I assume somebody probably was like, ooh, sweet, some free pins, and kept it, which is fine. I mean, it's my fault for leaving it on there. So since that happened, I lost all of my trading pins and my lanyard. I actually haven't gone through my pins since I got back, so I'm not sure. There were a few that may have been on that lanyard that I had traded for that I was wanting to keep, but if so, that's fine. I'll find them again. But usually after I've traded for stuff I want to keep, I take those off, keep them in the room, and then put on new ones. So hopefully all the ones that were on the lanyard that I lost were ones I was going to trade anyway. But I love that lanyard, and I believe the lanyards are usually like $12.99. Some of the more simple ones are only $8.99, but I'm pretty sure that one was $12. So I also, Rhett and I both stopped at the fire station and got our Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom cards during the Halloween party. So we have those. I suppose this is also considered a free souvenir. And later on in the trip, we also got some more Sorcerers cards. So I think in total we got four new packs. So my plan is, I don't collect these, but I think they're fun. And I thought, you know, if I get doubles of cards, I could include the cards in packages that I ship when I sell shirts. So I know I've got a few doubles now that I can put in packages just as an extra little fun thing. I also have Orange Bird stickers that I put in my packages that match the Orange Bird pin that I made. So anyway, I got that. Also got, of course, my Food and Wine Festival passports, which you can see there. And I actually go through and like put the stickers on. We didn't have a pen in our room, which was weird. Usually, you know, there's a little pad and a pen, but there wasn't. So I haven't marked what we actually ordered yet, but I'll remember. So I need to go through and mark what we ordered and maybe put a rating on there. So I keep these. I have a shadow box where I keep a photo of us from Food and Wine, and then the booklet, and then some pins and things. So yeah, picked that up. This is probably the most boring haul because everything's free. But I spent so much money on those Tiny Kingdom boxes, I didn't really want to spend a ton of money on other things. So I'll show you a couple of things I got for our baby. There's not a lot for infants, but I did find this cute little Minnie Mouse car that was an age-appropriate toy. So I was waiting to do this video before I give it to her, but I'll give it to her now. Also, it says on the bottom 10-month plus. She's about to be 10 months, so I think she's fine. She'll probably just look at it and throw it. But it was $5.99. They also had a Mickey Mouse. And then I got her this just little onesie that's a 12-month onesie, which she will not be able to fit into, but it's okay. It's short sleeve anyway. So it says One Happy Disney Kid and has Mickey Mouse Mickey Mouse heads on it. This was $20 for a onesie. $20. I looked at it all week and I was like, I cannot spend $20 on a onesie. But I ended up breaking down because I was like, I feel like a terrible parent if I go home and don't bring anything home for my child. So I bought a $20 onesie. So I also picked up this 2020 attraction art calendar, poster calendar. In the past, it's been vintage attractions posters. And this year, it's just like poster art that someone created for different lands in the different parks. I personally like the vintage posters better. I don't think you can see it, but I have one from a previous year behind me, and I like to change them out. It's kind of fun. So, but we have our current calendar hanging in the kitchen. It's I think it's a railroad theme this month. So yeah, a little different this year, but I needed a calendar, and so I just got it anyway. And $25 is really not bad for a nice calendar like this. Plus you get 12 posters out of it. Even if you don't love the posters. So, okay, the last thing I have is my bag of pins. And I thought about doing a separate video for pins, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put them here. So I got the Donald Duck Halloween pin. Okay, these are really bright. This pin was a silver color code, which I didn't write down what the colors were, so I'm pretty sure that's like around $12, $12.99 maybe. Of course, I got the discount, and they also, the Halloween pins were running, I want to say 20% off while we were there. So I got this at a good rate, a good discount. I also got this Ursula Halloween pin, which opens up and has her, and then it says Poor Unfortunate Soul. This pin, it has 2 pin backs. It was $17.99, and it is limited edition of 5,500, so not a super limited edition, but still LE. I like Ursula. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I have the Ursula collection, a very small Ursula collection, but I've gotten, since I got 2 new Ursula pins, I'm gonna have to pull her out from my other villains and get her on a separate board. Also, I just remembered I made coffee and put it in my Bambi mug, and I haven't even been drinking it. It's probably cold. Totally cold. Whatever. I'm used to drinking cold coffee since I have a baby. Like, by the time you make your coffee and then by the time you actually get around to drinking it in the morning, like, it's cold. So I think this pen is really cool. This is the Terrifying Transformations series. They had other ones. So it has a spinner and it has Ursula, and then I honestly forget the name that she goes by when she transforms to trick Eric. But yeah. And this one, it says 2019 Happy Halloween on the bottom. There. And on the back, it has the limited edition size, which is 5,000. And, you know, the generic pin trading items. But I just think it's really cool that it spins. I think it's kind of a bummer that you can't, like, actually spin it while it's, you know, displayed. But you can take it off and play with it, I guess. And also, you can just, like, change it every now and then so that it's different every time you look at it. So I really liked that. That one was also $17.99, and I bought those on the first night. Okay, so now I'm gonna look at my pins, see if I'm missing any of the ones I wanted to keep, and I'll have to separate out the traders that I already had. Okay, so I've sorted through the pins that were traded. I think that all the ones that I had wanted to keep are still here. So the day that I lost it, I think we had only been to Hollywood Studios, and I guess I didn't trade that morning. And now that I think about it, I don't think I did. So hooray, I didn't lose any pins other than all my traders. But I ended up still having, I still have 3, and then probably some of the ones that I'm keeping right now I'll still trade. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the pins that I traded for really quickly. I won't talk a lot about them because I don't know a lot about all of them, and also the video would just get crazy long if I did. So the first one is this Donald Duck Hidden Mickey pin that's like kind of a tiki looking thing. I did not look up what the rest of this collection is, so I have no idea, but I just wanted Donald Duck because I collect Donald, so he will go on my Donald board. Another Donald pin, and I don't have this one. I thought I might, but I don't. So this is just a Donald Duck hat. It is not a Hidden Mickey, so it must have been in a mystery box or something. I can't tell if it might be a scrapper because it seems like it might have paint dips, but this is one of those that I'm like, I want it for my board. If it's a scrapper, it's a scrapper. I just won't ever sell it or trade it. It's fine. So another one I got for my Donald board that I had been wanting is the ice cream Hidden Mickey, which was from a set, I believe last year, potentially earlier this year. I keep up with pin news, but I have a really bad memory, so don't take these like dates and things to heart. Like, take them with a grain of salt because I have a bad memory. So anyway, this Hidden Mickey was one of 5, and I had my eye on that one for a while, so I was excited that I had traded it. That was the one that I thought might be on my lanyard that I lost. I'm glad it wasn't. This one I had never seen before. This is Donald Duck. It says Disneyland Resort Disney Mosaic Series, and it does not have the pin trading logo on it, so I have no idea if this is like, I don't know what the story behind this pin is, but it's super cute. and it's perfect for my Donald board. Okay, I have one more Donald Duck pin, and I have a story with this one. So Rhett and I were eating one of our Food and Wine Festival things, and I hear someone ask, which couple do you have, or something like that, and I didn't think anything of it, and then I was like, wait, is she talking about my pins? So I look over, and there's this lady sitting on a bench, and she asked again, like, which couple, I think that's what or which pair do you have? And I was like, pair? What is she talking about? So I look at my lanyard, and I've got this pin that I had traded for, because sometimes when I approach a cast member and I don't see anything I want, I'll just trade anyway, because I feel awkward saying, okay, never mind. But anyway, I had traded for this pin that was like, I think it was a heart, and then it had an unfilled part that had Jasmine and Aladdin or something like that. I may be describing this all wrong, but anyway. So she said, oh, okay, that's one of the ones that we don't have yet. And I was like, do you want it? So I went over and looked at what they had, and I was like, well, I really like that Donald. And she said they had traded for this, and I remembered seeing this one in a set. It was like a booster set, and she said it's really rare, which it's not, but I thought it was cool that she was willing to trade that. And and also this is a pass holder pin, so she was like, you won't be able to get this because it's a pass holder. I was like, well, I am a pass holder, but thank you. I didn't say that, but anyway, it is not limited edition or anything, but it is a pass holder exclusive set. Anyway, I was pretty sure that the pair that I gave her was a scrapper, because a lot of the pins that you trade for in the parks are going to be scrappers, and you can kind of tell on them. And since I wasn't for sure, I went ahead and gave her a pin that I knew for sure was authentic as well, even though she didn't care it was for her daughter, and her daughter didn't care if they were authentic or not. But I thought, you know, I would feel really bad if they like got all this collection and they're like, this one is a scrapper. And anyway, so I explained to her that I was pretty sure it was a scrapper, but it was still a cute pin. So long story, but that was pretty cool. I think that might be the first time I've ever traded with a guest, so that was fun, and they were super sweet. I also got this little chip pin from something, no idea where he's from, but he is cute as a button. And this is not a hidden Mickey, this is part of a set, probably a booster set, potentially a box. I traded this with a cast member at the Winnie the Pooh ride. This is the 5-legged goat from the Mary Blair mural. And since we were staying at the Contemporary, it was perfect. And that is a fairly old pin. This is one of the new Epcot logo pins. So I was excited to get that. I haven't started collecting that set. And then this silly Sidewalker was cute. Sebastian. Okay, my camera battery's dead, so I'm gonna recharge. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I have enough charge to finish this video. I'm just gonna show you the last 3 pins that I got on our last full day. Were from the newest, I think it's Wave C, Hidden Mickey series, and I was pumped to get them. So 2 of them I got from the same person. I got one of the Country Bears. I think this is maybe Shaker. You guys let me know if I'm wrong. And then this Country Bear I actually got earlier. Pretty sure that's Liver Lips. I should definitely be able to tell them apart, but I get mixed up. And then, I was so excited about this one. The Great Movie Ride. Attraction sign. Okay, so they've got a whole series of the Country Bears and then these attraction signs. There's some of the other Hidden Mickey series that I'd like to collect, but these 2 series are the ones that I definitely want to collect. So I was really pumped to find those pins while I was there. And yeah, so that completes my haul video. I didn't get a ton of stuff, I feel like, and I mean, I got more than I should have, especially with the Tiny Kingdom pins, but I'm okay with that. Like, my philosophy is, you know, I've got the money set aside because I don't spend a lot at home. So I don't give myself a budget to stick to because I don't want to think about it. I just kind of make sure before we go that I have enough to cover a decent amount of food and souvenirs, and then I just get what I want. And I do have some restraint. Like, obviously, you know, I didn't come home with 10 coffee mugs or plushes. I like the coffee mugs, I like the plushes, but I don't really need them because they take up space, and I don't need to spend the money on them. Oh, I did forget one thing. You've probably, I don't know if you can see it in the video. Yeah, you've probably been wondering if I'm going to get to this. This is the Ezra, what is it called? A sipper that they had at the Halloween party. They actually have all 3 hitchhiking ghosts, and they kind of like hook together. I think they're different things. Like, one's a sipper, one's maybe a popcorn bucket, and one is something else. I just got this one. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I was just standing there and I was like, oh, that looks cool. Yeah, let me get that sipper with my Coke. I don't know. But it's really cute, and I did drink my Coke out of it because they don't have straws, so I wanted a straw, and this is a straw. So, anyway. Now I have Ezra, and I don't have Gus or Phineas, but it's fine. I don't need them. I don't even need this, but he's just going to hang out probably there. It's a good spot for him. So, that truly is the end of my haul. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.